We are here for another episode of the Buffet versus Battle. And in this episode, there are actually 3 buffets that we are comparing. And interestingly enough, the names of these 3 buffets are called The Buffet. All 3 are located, one over at the Bellagio Hotel, another located at the Luxor Hotel, and the last located at the Excalibur. Just something to note that actually these 3 buffets are all owned by MGM. So, they are all from the same company, and however, I guess MGM just doesn't know what to name their buffets, so they decided, let's just stick to something super simple and call it The Buffet and just keep it going as that.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point you mentioned there, Simon, having them all being the same owner and having the same name, and that's kind of why we create this video, because they all have the same name. Let's start off with the hours and pricing. At the time of this recording, Bellagio is open at 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. for both a weekday and weekend. Their pricing for the weekday is $49.99 and for weekend is $59.99. As for Luxor, they're open on Wednesdays to Sundays with Monday and Tuesdays closed, and their hours of operation for the days that they're open is from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the pricing for Wednesday and Thursday is $26.99 and the weekend pricing is $29.99. And going on to Excalibur, they're closed on they're closed on Wednesday and Thursday, and they're open on Monday, Tuesday, and the weekend from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and their pricing is $29.99.
Just a reminder, if you like what you've seen and you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for us. Also, don't forget to watch until the end of the episode and you'll see where our rankings are to see which of these 3 buffets we thought were kind of the on top. And with kind of the structure of our comparisons, we do like to compare what you kind of just saw earlier, which is the stations that we go through, and then now with the food that we actually went through and ate.
Yeah, we have it broken down with all our plates in comparison with each of these buffets, so you have an idea of the choices that we took from going through the walkthrough and our selections and the differences in each one of these offerings that they have.
Yeah, and one of the things we really do enjoy is putting them side by side, because then I think you kind of get the best idea of what the quality looks like, how the food's prepared and in a way presented. And as you can see here coming up, you'll have the Bellagio, and they have their bone marrow. And for us, that was one of the unique things that we really liked about the place. And for us, that was kind of one of the pros that we picked, because it had unique offerings. They also had great service. I remember the waiter for us, he kept asking us over and over how we were doing and if we needed anything. And then with some of the cons for the Bellagio, their buffet, it's kind of, Bellagio itself is such a great, iconic hotel. The fountains up front, everybody goes and watches those, and in terms of kind of matching that expectation, it didn't quite do it, so that was one of the cons.
Yeah, I remember another cons for Bellagio was the seafood selection. It was almost little to none there. That was definitely a disappointment on my end. I would think such a grand buffet from Bellagio, you would have something like that. And another con is with the Bellagio, they used to have something called a chef table, which they no longer have, and I do hope in the future they will bring it back.
And the next buffet here is the buffet at the Luxor. And one of the pros is if you really enjoy eggs, their brunch buffet, which we went to all 3 for brunch buffets, they have lots of egg choices over at the Luxor, so it's definitely something that if you're an egg lover, you will love being at this buffet. Also, one of the things that we thought were really great was that the general manager actually asked us, are there things that we actually could have improved on? And so it was nice that they do want to improve. So we do want to give them the benefit of the doubt for at least attempting to try to kind of make the buffet better than what it was.
And some of the cons with the Luxor buffet is a lack of selection. Like Simon mentioned, if you do love eggs, they have a lot of egg dishes. But because they have so many egg dishes, they're actually lacking in other selections available with their buffet. Another con with Luxor buffet is the disorganized stations. Like you will see the dessert section in one area and you see the salad bar in another, but then within the salad bar you will see some of the dessert items as well, so it's kind of disorganized in that sense.
To the last buffet, the Excalibur, the pros for this, it was a really nice convenient payment system. Over at the front of the line there was just a display that you could just walk up to, and it just kind of helped with moving the line along.
Yeah, and another advantage with Excalibur is the dessert setup. They have so many desserts, and they also have a crepe station where you get to watch the guy make the crepes up front, fresh in front of you, and also I think that is the only buffet that actually has the crepes as well. Some of their missed opportunities for the cons of Excalibur as being in the theme of Excalibur. They could have themed it better, kind of like Luxor. They themed it with the pyramids and everything, but with Excalibur they could have added maybe a round table or more themed goods.
Kind of similar to the exterior of the hotel. They had a chance to kind of do that medieval kind of look to it, but it definitely had kind of this more modern style to it, which I don't think quite matched.
Yeah, definitely. And moving on here, we're showcasing all the dessert sections. I do remember Excalibur having, like mentioned before, they had a huge amount of desserts, so they also have sugar-free and gluten-free options as well. And all the desserts are humongous, is what I remember. It's great if you really like something and you can eat a lot of it, but it's also bad in the sense where you're taking such a big piece and you don't know if it's something you actually like.
Yeah, and something else is also, out of the three, the Bellagio was the only one who had gelato, where the other two kind of just had soft serve. So if that's a big issue where you want gelato and not soft serve, you definitely won't get it with the other two, and Bellagio would be the one to offer that. And to wrap up the episode, here are our rankings for the three buffets. And coming up in first is the Bellagio buffet. We kind of picked this one as the first one because we thought, with the different offerings they provided, it's not just the normal buffet offerings, so that in itself made the buffet kind of come up on top, especially with what we liked, which was the bone marrow.
And number 2 comes in for Excalibur. They have a really great dessert selection, and for the price, it's the best bang for the buck. And also the crepe section, that was just the best thing for me.
And rounding third, I would say a distant third. Not quite as close to 2 as it would normally be, but the buffet at the Luxor, which kind of had a lot of things to desire. We didn't enjoy it, and from what we saw from other YouTubers as well, is they've had a kind of a bad experience as well. So being third, they're lucky enough, I think, to be in third, but that's how it goes.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.